Welcome to the woods. Blue skies. I'm still here, surrounded by greenery. And it's pleasant to have blue skies because the beginning of July's been a bit of a washout so far. It's rained nearly every day, which is great for the tomatoes, not so great if you're trying to get anything else done. But today's a nice day. I'm not at work, so I thought I'd take the time to sit down, have a chat. There's a few things I want to talk about. Most of us like to know someone's journey. How did you get to where you are? Especially nowadays. And I've covered mine a fair few times. And I've spoken to other people about how they got to the point that we're at. And when I say the point we're at, where we realise that things are very wrong. And we're not the only people that realise it. I really believe that most people, deep down, know that everything is going in the wrong direction. But they're unsure what to do about it. I spoke in my last video about the thin veneer of normality that people hate you picking at or scratching because they don't want to know what's below. And I became aware decades ago of problems in my own life and society in general, and tried many different ways to sort those problems out. Helicopter. And in the end, was given an opportunity to live the way I do, to buy some land, to go off grid. And it was certainly an answer for me. It's not for everyone, I get that. And I don't think that everybody could do it or that it's advisable. It's a great life for those that choose it. And many of us would have seen the meme, the little log cabin in the woods, and the tagline, "You weren't born just to pay bills and taxes." And yet, so much of our life is geared towards just that. And it was something that I really recognised when I sat down for a period of time looking into financial systems and how money operated and its impact on society. That really we were at a point where none of that was needed anymore. In fact, we could all be living a much more enriching, a much more rewarding, simpler life. But that option had been taken off the table by the people in power who controlled the money and therefore controlled the populations, who controlled that system that had been used for hundreds and hundreds of years, that had become so entrenched that most people don't ever stop and look at it. And nowadays, a lot of people are recognising that something's wrong. I hear a lot of talk, people saying we need to go back to a simpler life. And I'm not sure that's right. Although I understand that desire, and there's certainly nothing wrong with turning back when you realise you've gone the wrong way. We don't need to throw away all of the advances that we've made along that route. So recognising that we've gone the wrong way, we can turn around and go back. But we don't need to abandon the car and walk. I think there's a discussion that needs to be had. And the discussion needs to be, what is it we want? How is it we want to live? Because the system that's set up at the moment is fairly soul-destroying. You're put into an education system at a fairly young age, where you are taught to obey the system. You then start working for that system. And then you leave work with a few short years left to try and enjoy what very little is left of your life. And along the way you fool yourself that the 2 weeks in Turkey or the little red sports car make it all worthwhile. And it doesn't. Because the truth is, we don't need to live like that. We never used to live like that. I've mentioned before in other videos how in the Middle Ages, an Englishman would work less than 6 months out of a year, and it was pointed out in the comments that actually it was around 3 months, and the rest of his time was leisure time, where he could live his life. It was also pointed out in the comments that he'd probably have rickets and not live to a ripe old age. And both of those are true. Which is why I say we don't need to abandon the advancements we've made in science, technology. The cat's come to say hello. Oh. And now he'll go in and go. But maybe by combining what we have achieved and learning a little from how we used to live, there's a better way forward. So the discussion needs to be, what is it we want? How do we want to live? I have a strong feeling that a return to nature, an understanding and a bond with our land is going to be part of how we move forward. The people that control us, and have done for some time, have made extraordinary efforts to remove us from the land, to cut off that bond. And there's a reason they do that. We feel less part of the land, part of our country, part of our nation, when we're removed from it. And they don't want us feeling part of anything. They don't want us owning anything. And as bad as the social situation is at the moment, one sec, what they have planned for the future is a lot worse. They want to remove everything from you. Your car, your home, property rights, your ability to even protest those things. As we start to come together, we're going to have disagreements. We're not all going to agree on the best way forward. We can all agree that we don't want what's being offered. And now we need to work on what it is we want. And there'll be lots of things we agree on, and those we need to concentrate on. And there'll be things we disagree on. And we need to work through that. But today's a good day. Lots and lots of people have been in contact. Lots of groups have been in contact. Underneath that veneer isn't only the horror of what they want, but it's the hope that we have. And as much as they're frantically putting together their plans, so are we. And as much as they think they're winning, we are. By simply coming together, by talking, by pooling our resources, our knowledge and our skills, we've already started an alternative society. One that as it grows, that as it blossoms, will overtake the fake, false, unnatural future that they want us to live. Today is a good day. I'm going to leave it there, people. Hit like, leave a comment. Let's start that discussion on what it is we want. How is it we want to live? And if I get enough good comments, I'll do a follow-up video and go through them. Speak to you soon.